to yoga, level 1 yoga practice today at the Wellness Center. My name is Betsy, and I'm glad to be here with you in this practice. Hopefully it helps us in staying grounded in these turbulent times while we remain connected to the most important values of our lives. That is, find the calmness and peace in our lives to act with compassion and kindness for all. Certainly a lot of pain out in the world right now. Maybe reduce our level here while we have this practice to follow. So I thought we would start in a seated position, maybe cross-legged, maybe legs out, your call on this. Also, sitting on something can help raise the hips up a little bit higher in relationship to the knees and can provide a little bit greater comfort. So we'll get centered here first. Let's bring our hands to our heart, one stacked on top of the other, right at the breastbone. Closing your eyes. Finding that breath, following the breath, following its rhythm. Inhaling and exhaling, bringing that energy to the body. Expanding and relaxing. Following its movement. And scan your body, thinking of points on your body that might hold tension that you can let go of. Perhaps shoulders could be relaxed. Your jaw could be relaxed. Hips might hold tension. And let's take this moment to be celebratory of what's still normal in our lives, what we can grasp as valuable and that brings joy and gratitude to us. Taking care of yourself, giving yourself this time, being here in the moment, letting go of other concerns. Here we are. And let's open our eyes, bring our arms up, reach up tall, feel the sits bones, feel the connection to the ground. Arms come back down. And we'll reverse that. Arms come up. Bring the palms together and then hands to heart, thumb on your sternum. Repeating that, arms up, inhale, reach tall, hands down, and up, inhaling up, and hands together. Bring your hands to your knees, and we're gonna lean over to one side and around in front, and around, and up. Repeat that over, in front, keep the hips on the ground, and around, and up, and over, and around, and up, and over, and around, and up. Bring the arms up again. This time place one hand on the knee and the other hand behind. Look around behind you, twisting. Keep the breath going and then come around forward. Keep the hand on the knee, bring the other arm up and lean over to the side. Oh, what a side stretch here. Reach forward. And up we go. Arms up, other side. Hand to the knee, reach around behind. Looking. And back, arm comes up and over, over, and back. Here we go. Now bring the feet to the mat, bringing the knees up. First we'll hold on to the shins, pull up tall. Lower the shoulders down and back. Keep your legs parallel, your shins and your thighs parallel. Reach up tall. Here we go. Now hold on behind your legs. Bring the shins up so they're parallel to the mat. We're in a boat pose now. And we'll straighten one leg and point the foot. Flex that foot, back down. Point that foot and drop the toe to the mat and raise it up. Flex that foot. Other leg. Leg up. Point. Flex. Come here to parallel. Point the foot down to the mat and back up and collect here. If this is too much, you can always have your hands on the mat. Repeating that. One leg up and point. Flex. Back to parallel. Point. Toe to the mat and up. Flex. Other leg up. Point. Flex. Down. Point. Touch the mat and up. Both feet up. See if you can do that. Point. Flex. And feet come down to the mat. Bring the hands behind. Place weight on those hands. Bring the knees over to one side, twisting over. And then back up to center. Over to the other side. And up. Over the first side. Sit up on that hip and twist around behind. Away from your bent knees. And now twist around the other way. All the way around. So you're looking as far back around as you can. And maybe if it works, come down to your elbows for a greater stretch. And up we come. Back to the hands. Back around. Knees come back up. Bring the knees over to the other side. Twist away from the bent knees. And then all the way around behind you. Come to your elbows if that works. All down. And back and all the way around. Back and come here. Reaching up here, we're going to reach out. Long shoulders down. Curve your back. Roll onto your back. Bring your hands to either side of your hips. With your fingertips just touching your heels. Raise your hips up off the mat. Reaching up into a bridge. Find that bridge. Hips up, pressing up. Reaching down. And roll your spine down to the mat and bring your feet up to the ceiling. Reach out. You're in an L shape now. Now draw your knees to your chest and come into a ball. Tailbone comes up off the mat. And relax back down. Your feet come back to the mat. We'll repeat that. Hips come up, pushing against the flat. Up we go. And roll your spine down. Feet come back up to the ceiling. Curl up into a ball, knees to your chin. And roll back down, feet come back down to the mat. We'll repeat that. Hips come up, off the mat, push down. Weights on your shoulders, the back of your head, pushing down. Hips up. And then spine down to the mat. Feet come back up to the ceiling. Bending the knees, curl up into a ball. And back down. Feet come back to the mat. Hips come up. Clasp the hands behind the back and roll the shoulders under. Weight comes onto one foot and the other leg comes out. Reaching out. Bring it up to the ceiling. Back about knee height. Bend that knee and bring it towards your chest. And back, out, foot down to the mat. Other leg out, raise it, back about knee height, bend the knee, draw the knee in, and out, and foot comes back down. Repeating that, leg comes out, Raise it up, back to knee height. Draw the knee into the chest and out. Bend the knee, foot down. Other leg out. Raise it up, back down, knee height. Bend the knee, draw to the chest, and back, up, and down to the mat. Curling up with your knees to your chest into a big ball. And back. One knee in, the other leg out. We'll just bicycle here. One knee in, the other knee in. And right. And left. And right. And left. And right. And left. Right and left, and relax back down, all the way down. Bring your arms over your head, stretch out as long as you can, reaching out, long, stretch, stretch, stretch. And bring one leg in, straighten it up to the ceiling, supporting it with that same hand. Bring it out to the side, opening the front of the hip here. Relaxing that leg down, letting it open up, trying to keep the opposite hip down on the mat, reaching out, breathing into it, and draw that leg up to the center, bend the knee, place the opposite hand on the knee, draw it across the body, keeping shoulders on the mat. First, feel the stretch in the outside of the hip. And now straighten that leg out if you like. Moving your hand down your leg, maybe all the way to your toe, or anywhere along. And straighten that leg out. The opposite leg now. Leg comes up. Supporting the leg, bring it out to the side, hip on the mat. Relax the muscles of the hip. And draw the leg up, bend the knee, hand on the knee, cross the body, shoulders on the mat. And straighten the leg if you like, moving your hand down towards the toe. Cross your shins, pull your heels to your hips, tailbone down. Keep the breath going. Switch out the legs, the other leg on top. Pull the heels in. And relaxing that, rock forward, come up to seated, but then keep going. We'll come into tabletop. Here we are, tabletop. A little cat-cow now, just to stretch out. Cat, exhaling. Area between the shoulders separated. Cow, belly down, tailbone up. And neutral spine, hips to one side, sink down and look around. Behind. And over to the other side, looking around. Back we go, coming into cat. Flow into cow. Neutral spine, hips to one side, look around. And back and over to the other side. Look around. And back. Cat, again, arching up. Sit back to child's. Drop the hips to the heels as much as possible. Walk your hands out, maybe forehead or chin on the mat. And bring the palms together. Bend the elbows, thumbs to the back of your neck. Weight on your elbows. And straighten the hands out. Plant the palms on the mat and slide forward onto your stomach. Coming up in the cobra. Your hands are pushing under your shoulders. Your neck is aligned. Think of the tops of your feet and your thighs and your knees are on contact with the mat. Elbows are pulled in. You're lengthening your spine rather than arching it so much. Lungs. Relaxing that with your knees on the mat. Push up to a knee plank. Straight line from knees to shoulders and back to child's. Do that a couple more times. Dropping the hips down. Stretching the arms out. Slide forward onto your stomach. Come up to a little cobra. This time practice bringing your hands off the mat. Just a second. And down. Push up. And back to child's. All the way back. And onto your stomach. Cobra. And relax. Push up. This time just stop in tabletop. Knees come under the hips, hands are right under the shoulders now. We'll take one leg back, toes turned under. And you push against the mat and feel the stretch from the arch of the foot through the whole leg. Really through that heel is pointed back. And releasing that, rotate the heel down to the mat. Weight comes onto the other side. The other arm up to the ceiling. You can hang out here, or if you like, bring that leg up and down, up and down, up and down. Now reach forward with that top arm. Hips come up just a little bit. Reaching. Back, we come back in here, rotate to the ball of that back foot, sit back, slide back, you're bringing that leg behind you, flatten the toes out, bring your hands on either side of the front knee, come up on your fingertips and look behind you, feel the opening in the front of the body here, and relax forward, shift to that hip, sitting on it. Bring your arms out into a diagonal, out the other way, reaching out long. Reaching, stretching out, finding that. Breathing into it. And we'll come back here. Hands to the mat. Turn the back toes under. Turn the front toes under and come back into half down dog. Reaching out. Chest comes to the thigh, your wrist in, pushing through the back heel. And shift forward, drawing the knee in. We're back into tabletop. Tapping here. We'll take the other leg back, toes turned under. Push against the mat. Stretch the whole back of the leg all the way down to the arch of the foot. Reaching there. And then shift forward, rotating the heel, back heel down. Weight comes onto the other arm. Hand and the arm comes up. If you like, bring the leg up and down and up. And down, up, and down. Reach forward with that arm. Hips come up just a little bit. And back, hand down. Slide the back leg back, sitting on your heels. Arms come back. Fingertips to the mat and look up and arching your back, opening the throat and the chest. And lean forward, sitting on that hip. Bring the arms out at a diagonal, reaching out, pulling against the mat. under, front toes turned under, half down dog. Here we go. And shift forward, bringing the knees, both knees back into tabletop. Turn both toes under. Do some abdominal strengthening things here. Weights on the toes and the hands, bring your knees off the mat just a little bit. And back down. And raise up again. Up a little bit, bring the knees off the mat. And down. And up. And down. And up. And this time up and into downward dog, all the way into downward facing dog, making sure that you're gripping the mat with your fingertips, especially your forefinger and your thumb, and walk the dog, one knee back, the other straight, shifting from side to side, stretching, and right and left here. Now bring your feet out to the edge of your mat, outside edge of the mat, center one arm in the middle, and the other arm comes underneath, reaching for the opposite leg, twisting underneath. And out of that, the other hands to the mat and the other arm underneath. And back, go. Both hands on the mat, walk your feet to the center, and then walk your feet, come into forward fold. So a little bend in the knees, allow your head to dangle. Let's hold on to the backs of your calves here. And just shift your weight a little bit from side to side, stretching out, finding that stretch. Come to center, bend your knees, and you'll rise up. Bring the arms up overhead. Reach up tall. And hands to heart. Exhale down. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Again, your feet are well grounded on the mat. You bring your shoulders up, back, down, and around. Palms forward and up, back, down, and around. And up, back, down, and around. Bring the arms up. Forward fold. From the hips, you're bending down, touching the mat. Bring the hands to the shins and make your back flat. Back down, bend the knees, rise up, come into chair, bending the knees, hips come back, reach out strong. Rise up, big arm circle all the way around. Repeating that forward fold over, touching the mat, dropping the head, hands to the shins, flat back, back down, rise up, come into chair, reaching long, and up, arms in a big circle, and we'll repeat it one more time. Forward fold over, touching the mat, dropping the head, hands to the shins, flat back, pull the shoulders back too, back down, rise up, into chair, reaching out, and arms come back, big circle, hands to heart, hands down, come into mountain pose again. Arms come up. This time we'll lean over to one side. First, lengthen the side, the outside, reaching over, reach, and then up. And we'll go over to the other side, over, and up. Arms come up. We'll bring one arm forward, the other arm back, looking behind you. Drop that arm down. Reach up to the other side. forward, the other arm back, drop the back, and reach. And up. Arms come up, and others twist. And back. And up. Arms together. Hands to the heart. Find a focal point and stare at it. It's not moving. Bring the heels up off the mat. Accepting that the ankles just wobble. Heels come back down. Bring the toes up off the mat. And back down. Repeating that up onto the balls of your feet. And then heels down and toes come up. And down. Again, staring at something that's not moving. Bring one knee up to the front, up in front. Hold on to the shin. Balance as best you can. Remembering that props like a wall are very useful here. And straighten that leg out. And bend it. And foot back down to the mat. Deep breath in and out. Other side, other knee up. Bending it, drawing it in. And straighten it out. And bend it. And foot comes back down to the mat. Deep breath in and out. First knee comes up into front. Bring it out to the side. And see if you can straighten it there. And bend it. Bring the knee back to the front. Down. Bring the arms up overhead. Kali Mudra. The last 3 fingers intertwined, 4 fingers together, thumbs crossed. Bend that knee back. Foot comes behind. You're totally tall, tall. Pull out of those hips. And back. Bring the arms out. That leg comes out to the side. And down. And out to the side. Add a little tilt if you can. And back. Bring that foot around behind. We're going to forward flow over, all the way over. And come out of that, all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Bring the knee up front, the other knee up front. Then out to the side. Straighten that leg out. And bend it, knee comes forward, foot down to the mat. Bring the arms up, bring that leg out to the side, and down, and out to the side, and down, out to the side, tilt a little bit, and up, bring that leg behind, forward fold over, down, and back up we go. Kali Mudra, bending that knee, bring the heel back towards the hip. And down. Deep breath in, audible exhale out. And again, deep breath in, audible exhale. Now we'll do tree. We got all warmed up. All those balances will go into tree now. So weight on one foot, the other foot can come to the leg, just not on the knee. Pulling the knee back, the arms come up, reaching up, balancing, staring at that focal point. Hands together, foot comes back down, tree to the other side, in, knee comes back, arms come up. Balance as best you can. Pushing the foot against the leg, leg resists that foot. and back down. We're going to bring the arms up and we'll do forward fold over. If you have blocks, it might be useful to use them here. If you don't have blocks, you can improvise with books or anything else. The hands come to the mat or to blocks. I'll demonstrate with my blocks. So we're in forward fold, hands in the block. We're going to go into forward fold split, bringing one leg back, reaching out. Keep a tiny bend in the supporting leg, flexing the back foot. Practice bringing one hand to the shin, maybe both hands to the shin, sort of this warm-up warrior 3 deal. And hands come back down to the block. Drop that right foot or back foot down to the mat, rise up. Inhaling up, bring the hands to heart and come into a chair. Twist, elbow over the opposite knee. Push the palms together. And up. And other side, twist. Pushing those palms together. Reaching out. And back. And we'll do it the other side. Forward fold. Hands to the mat or to the blocks. Other leg goes back. Reaching into forward fold split. Weight on the support leg. Bring the hands to the shins if that works for you. And hands back down. Drop that back foot down. Rise up. Come into chair, we'll twist the other way, elbow to the knee, and back, up, inhaling, and twisting the opposite direction, around, pushing the palms together, and up, dive forward, forward fold over, hands to the mat, step back to down dog. Bring one leg up into down dog split. And we'll raise that hip and bend the knee into a stretch, opening the hip up. And square the hip. Draw the knee to the nose, arching up, sort of a cat-like move. And back out straight. Now shift your weight forward onto your hands and bring that knee to the elbow. Or to the triceps. And back to one leg. Down dog split. Now draw that back foot forward, either stepping it or placing it between the hands. We're in a high lunge. Blocks under your hands help bring the floor up to you. We'll put the weight on the one hand and then the other arm comes up into a twist. Keeping that knee, bent knee over the ankle. Hands come back down and twist the other side. And back down. Bend the back knee down. We're into a low lunge. We'll bring the arms up, crescent arms. Big circle, back around. And up and back around. And up, bring the hands to the thigh, reach through the opposite side. We'll do that similar twist, elbow to the knee, palms together, twist. And back up we go. This time reach forward out. Then bring your hands to the inside of the right or the front foot, walking that foot out. And now walk your hands out on a diagonal and push your hips back. Stretching that inside of the leg here. And come back. Walk your foot in. So it's between your hands. Turn the back toes under and straighten the leg up. Bring the hands to the thigh. And we'll bring the arms up. twist the arm forward, the other arm back. And arms up. Hands down to the mat. Step the back foot to meet the front foot. We're in a forward fold. Rise up. Inhaling up. Hands together, hands to heart. Take a deep breath and let it out. Another deep breath. And out. Arms come up. Other side. Forward fold. Hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. Bring the other leg up into down dog split. Yep, raise that hip and bend the knee. Foot comes out to the side. And square the hips, straighten the leg. Bring the knee to nose into a cat-like stretch. And push back out through that heel. Now shift forward to plank, drawing that knee to the arm, outside arm. And back out. And we'll draw that foot forward, placing it between your hands. Twisting here, one arm up, the other arm down. And down. Other arm up. And down, dropping that knee, back knee down to the mat. Push through the support leg up. Arms come up. Big circle, opening the chest. Up. And back around. Up. Hands to the thigh, the other arm up. Reach long and twist. Elbow to the knee, palms together. Reaching. Arms come back up, bringing the hands to the inside of the foot. We'll walk the hands out in a diagonal. Reaching out long. Reach out. And come back. Hands on either side of the front foot. Go ahead and turn the back toes under and raise that knee up. Bring the hands up here to the thigh. Bring the arms up. Twisting. Arm forward, arm back. Into that. Arms up, hands down to the mat. Bring the right foot to meet the left foot. Rise up. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. We'll bring the arms up, forward fold over, back to down dog. Let's turn around here. Let's start with the right leg up and down dog split. Draw that right foot forward into high lunge. Okay, we're going to drop that back heel down. Reach out with the left arm and windmill up to warrior two. Shoulders are over your hips. All right, reverse warrior, palm up, reach up and back. Come forward into extended side angle. You modify it with your arm on your leg, the other arm up, over, and back. Reach up, straighten the front leg, triangle. Reach out, drop the hand down, other arm up, and up. And reverse that, arm comes up, and back. This time turn the foot in, we're into wide angle. In wide angle, the outside edge of your foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. And we'll bring the hands behind, clasp them, pull down, look up at the ceiling. And then fold forward. If this is hard on your back, bring your hands to your legs for support as you lean over, eventually getting down here. Hands can come to a block or they can come to the mat. And pushing against the floor. Straighten your arms up. We'll walk the hands over to the right leg. Let's go to the right leg first. Over, drawing your chest to the leg. And back to center, and then over to the other side. And back to center. And we'll rise up to standing. Bring your feet in, bring them together. Bring your hands to the heart. See if you can come down into a squat on the balls of your feet. Not easy, not easy. Bring the arms up and out and back together. And out and up and back together. See if you can come all the way up to standing. Woo. Now turn your feet out. Bring your hands to your thighs. Put your weight on your hands. Allow your shoulders to come up to your ears. And bring the shoulders back. And bring them forward. And back. And forward. And stand up tall. This time, bring your elbows to your legs. Maybe adjusting the width of your feet. You can bring your hands together here. Just stretching out. And stand up all the way. So you can return to that pose, or you can come all the way into Malasana, bringing the elbows to the inside of the knees, hands to heart. Anything along the way, any variation that works for your body. Your heels might be on the mat, they might be up. That's fine, that's fine. Goes up. Now bring your hands down either to a block or to the mat. I'll do a block. Here we go. And what we're going to do is bring our hips up a little bit, keeping your hands down, and then bend down again, and up, and bend down, and up, and bend down, hands to heart, stand up, or not easy, bring the arms up into star, adjust your feet, come into goddess, knees go out over your toes here, pulling the knees back, rise up, come back into goddess, drop one elbow, the other arm over, and back, other arm down, over, and we'll rise up, come into goddess, switch sides, over, back, and over, and back, and rise up, hands down, turn your foot, step forward, back to Tadasana. So we got to do some of that on the other side now. Achieve balance in our life. Arms come up, forward fold over, hands to the mat, step back to down dog. I'm going to bring my left leg up into down dog, split now. Draw that foot forward. We're in high lunge. We'll drop the back heel down, reach the right arm up, come into warrior two on the other side now. Palm comes up, reach up and back, reverse warrior, come forward, extended side angle, and over, reaching over, and back, and reverse, and come forward, reaching over, and up, straight in the front leg, triangle, reach out over, hand up we go, and up, and back, reverse triangle, raise up, toes come in, we're in wide angle, again, do a few different things here. We're going to lean forward, hands come to the mat or to a block, and we'll walk our hands out front. See if you can walk forward, keeping your heels on the mat as much as you can, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot. And then drop your chest down as much as you can, imitating puppy pose. And we'll walk our hands back and back to the mat under our face. Raise one heel up off the mat. And down, and the other heel up off the mat. And down. And we'll just walk our hands over to one side, maybe a little bit of a stretch, maybe a big stretch. Your choice. And back. And we'll go over to the other side. Reach down. And back down. Come to the center. And we'll rise up, inhaling up, turn the foot forward, and step forward. Bring the arms up, inhaling, forward fold over. Hands to the mat, hands to the shins, flat back. Back down, bend the knees deeply, hands on the mat, step back to plank, all the way to plank. Lower your stomach and drop your knees, or come through chaturanga. Come up through cobra, elbows pulled in, neck long, and back up. Push up to plank, knee plank, or all the way up into full plank, chaturanga. And then back to downward facing dog, reaching down. Now just shift forward again to plank. Drop your knees down to the mat. Cross your shins and sit back. Going off camera here now. We get centered. Try to stay centered. And we'll bring our feet out in front in Dandasana. Staff pose. Notice your feet are flexed. They're active. Your upper body is tall. Feel the sits bones underneath. Reaching up, and we'll do seated forward fold. Starting off with first a long back, shoulders down, and lean over gently, gently. Reaching over. And as you inhale, sit back up tall. Bend one foot, one knee. Foot comes about knee high. Bring the hands behind. Place them on the mat. Ground your extended heel down. Up, look up into half reverse plank. Hips come back down to the mat. We'll drop the knee out to the side, bring the foot to the inside of the leg, and leaning over, Janusarasana. Over. Don't forget to breathe here. Breathing in. As you inhale, sit up, cross that foot over the thigh, plant the foot on the outside of that thigh, pull up tall, then bring the arm in front of the shin and the other arm back around. Breathing here, lengthening and twisting at the cycle of the breath, reaching around. Now coming forward, release that out. Bring the other foot about knee height. Reverse half plank. Here we go. Arms behind, hips up. And hips come back down to the mat. Holding up tall. We'll bring the foot to the inside of the thigh. Tall, straight, and then lean over, Janusarasana. Crossing that foot over, bringing the other arm in front of the shin, twist around behind. And come back out. Bring the legs out into a V. Here we are. Drop one elbow down, the other arm up and over. Try not to lean forward here, but make it a side stretch, reaching for out towards that toe. And inhale. And we'll now twist the other leg, chest towards it, reaching over. And up we go. Other arm up and over with the top arm. And we'll come up, twisting over, chest towards the leg. And inhale up. Draw the legs together. Bring the feet together. Holding on to the ankles or the toes. Baddha Konasana here. Reach up. Lower the shoulders down. Try to relax the hips. Allow the knees to fall open. And we'll do cat-cow. Arching over. Head towards the ankles. Sitting up. Look up at the ceiling. And back to the straight. Now tilt your head to one side, ear towards the shoulder, and extend the opposite arm out, reaching out. And drop that. Tilt the head to the other side, opposite arm out. And back. Tilt down and around in a circle and up, down and around, circle up, reaching out. Bring the knees up. We're going to roll onto our back. But first, we're going to bring our elbows under our shoulders and look up and back in the fish pose, opening the chest. Bring your arms out to a T, gripping them. Bring your legs over to one side, like hands on a clock. And back up, and then over to the other side. And repeat that first side. Over. And up, and then other side. And up. Come into happy baby, bending the knees, hold to the outside of the feet, pull the feet towards you, lower your tailbone down. Feel the opening of the inside of the legs. Here we are, just stretching out here. And release those feet, come back up, hold on to the knees, one big final good curl up, knees to chin, and relax. Arms overhead, legs out the other side, stretch, and curl up again, knees to the chest, up, and relax into Shavasana. Legs out, hands to the side. Maybe you keep your knees bent. Maybe you find another position where you can just be relaxed, being present in the moment. Come back, come back to awareness of place, time. Reflect on how you feel right now, what you're feeling. Maybe moving hands and feet, shoulders, face. And roll to your right side, bending your knees, finding comfort in this breath that you find here. And with care, pushing against the floor, come back up to seated position. Comfortable, cross-legged maybe legs out. And share with me a deep breath in, inhaling up we go. Hands together and hands to heart, exhaling. May you be filled with kindness. May you be safe from dangers. May you be healthy in body and mind. May you find peace and be happy. Namaste. Thank you again for being here or practicing with me today. Greatly appreciated.